What was really interesting about this whole journey for me when I look back on it was I had been in the corporate space, right? I had my consistent paycheck and I traveled the country doing performance improvement work. I was connected to working with large hospitals nationally. But when I decided to step out on my own and start my own company, suddenly I thought, well, this is a lot harder than I expected. You come out of corporate thinking you know it, but then even the healthcare space. But what ended up happening is I joined a co-working space, Canvas. It's now Starter Studio. That was my first office location, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm sitting at a desk, but I'm not getting connected to the people that I think this platform would matter. And that was kind of the biggest thing for me. I was like, I'm literally by myself. I'm doing this on my own. I was a solopreneur, and I'm like, it's going to take me forever. That's honestly what I thought. I'm like, this is going to take me so long, because not only am I trying to build a platform, which was kind of heavy, intense when it came to a technology build, but so I'm all heads down on that. That was my focus. But like being able to lift your head up and go like, okay, well, who can I talk to about this in my local market? How do I find people that want to engage locally into my service? And then I found somebody else who was going through the same thing, and then this idea brewed about, well, maybe we can start a meetup group. So the first step was, okay, well, just recognizing I feel alone and isolated in this, and then being connected, because Orlando is great and really known for its connectors. And somebody said, oh, you need to meet Colin Forward. And so we were in the same co-working space. And so we met, and then we stood up a meetup group, something so simple, free to use, at least it was at the time. And we stood it up, and I think there were like 10 people at the first event. And then it grew. It was like 15 people, then 20 people, then 50 people. And now we've hosted events up to 150, 200 people. And it just is, we just were really consistent. It was, okay, so let's do a gathering of people who seem to care, and let's talk about what are we all facing and how can we help each other. I mean, that was the big thing, was we're all here, we're neighbors, we live in the same city. We should not be strangers to each other. We should be encouraging and supporting and helping each other, because we're all in this together. And then it just has grown into something that people immediately recognize that they are with people like them. Like, people are friendly, they want to help, they're eager to learn. And so we landed on this kind of by accident, because we were just trying to solve a problem that we had for ourselves.